You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for May 5th through the 16th. Looks like Claire may walk away, Billy is defensive, and Jack is enraged. If you're not following us, click that subscribe button. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. Let's get right into it. Monday, May 5th. Billy and Sally are celebrating her joining Abbottcom, but then Phyllis poops on their parade and accuses them of gloating about Billy firing her and celebrating it with champagne. When he insists that Phyllis needs help and time to heal, and Billy reiterates he won't rehire Phyllis, she turns her fury on Sally, and then Phyllis accuses Sally of plotting to undermine her all along. And then Phyllis warns Sally that Billy betrays people that he claims to care about. Phyllis says he has done it to her more than once, and he'll do it to Sally too. And the thing is, she's probably not wrong. That's a pretty accurate summation of Billy. But also Phyllis is making threats, and mostly against Billy, but Sally's obviously on her radar. And then she takes off to go stew and plot at the coffee shop. Nate tells Audra that Amy's treatment is doing well, and Audra updates Nate on plans for her new company. That's what she was working on while he was away. Nate again tells her he thinks Victor's deal is fishy, and he's even more doubtful because the mustache hasn't given Audra any funding for the new company. And of course, she distracts Nate with questions about Damian to get things off the subject of her shady deal with Victor. So Nate admits they got closer as brothers while they were both there to support Amy. And then Audra notices several missed calls from Victor. Damian tells Lily his mom, Amy, is responding really well to her cancer treatment. And Damian also says he feels kind of bad about how he started out in Genoa City, and he understands why Devon and Lily doubted his intentions. And he also tells her that he and Nate are getting closer. Lily and Damian talk about losing their dad. She tells him about Neil Winters, and then she presses him to get her an in-person meeting with Dumas, but Damian is not optimistic it will happen. Later in the week, he brings her some terms and conditions and follow-up questions from his boss, but the door seems to be open. Claire's worried about Cole, and she tells Kyle her dad's really sick and they don't know with what, and he updates her that Harrison was upset that Summer has left for Italy, and Kyle fills Claire in on that stuff, and he says he told Summer about their plans to move in together. Claire thinks that's one less thing to deal with Summer gone, but Victor's reaction remains an issue. Kyle tells her Adam's old apartment is perfect for them, but Claire pushes back on Kyle not checking with her before he started looking at real estate listings, and Claire finally relents and agrees that she will talk to Adam about getting a viewing of his apartment. And Kyle wonders if they can get Adam on board to sell to them, if it might make Victor less aggressive. I don't know how real estate would improve the mustache's attitude, but optimism. Tuesday, May 6th, Mariah's increasingly strange behavior worries Tessa. She senses that Mariah is hiding something, and she is. I think her wife may have cheated on Tessa. Victoria vents to Nick. She's very worried about Kyle being sick, very worried about Victor sabotaging Claire's happiness and possibly driving her away from the family because he won't let up on Kyle. Diane tells Jack that Billy was very critical about the mansion makeover, and her husband doesn't like that. Then on Wednesday, May 7th, Lily's business deal shocks everyone. So Damian has come back to her with some terms and conditions, and it looks like that Lily may agree to them. And, you know, she is going to go all out to get this face-to-face meeting with Dumas, no matter what it takes. But Devon won't like it. Nate won't like it. Jack confronts Billy and demands that he apologize to Diane about the decor critique. I personally hope Billy tells Jack, I love you, but kick rocks. Your wife asked my opinion. I gave her my opinion. He wasn't mean about it. He was factual. Billy's entitled to his opinion. You know, that's the family home. Victor puts Chelsea to the test and also through the ringer, and this could be about her having to sit by and watch while Newman Media attacks the Abbotts and Jabot. She was just dating Billy not that long ago, and she just left Jabot's subsidiary Marquette, and she likes the Abbotts, and this Victor thing is going to be a problem. Thursday, May 8th, Holden warns Damian maybe it's about Lily. Holden seems increasingly discontent about his job, about Damian, about not being able to get closer to Audra. And Devon ends up in a difficult situation with his family. So is he pushing back too hard on Lily? Victor is pushing Billy's buttons towards the end of this week, and he may be having Newman Media do a preemptive hit on Abbottcom, trying to ruin it before it even gets off the ground. We're going to close out the first week on Friday, May 9th, and Chelsea finds that working with Adam is harder than she thought, not because of Adam specifically, but just about the dirty tactics and the black hat, little games that Victor is demanding Adam engage in. And she's going to rant to Adam that Victor is testing her. Chelsea may regret leaving Marquette to work at a Newman company, and now summer has gone, so there's no takebacks on this. She's kind of stuck. Nikki gives Claire a tough dose of reality, and her grandma may admit there's no way to ever get Victor to accept her and Kyle, despite all of Nikki's optimism and promising to smooth the way and defend her. Victor's just impossible. I honestly don't know why Nikki puts up with it. I hate the fact she's acting like a doormat and just enabling Victor's bad behavior. Speaking of Claire's boyfriend, Kyle, Victor plays really dirty with him by the end of the week. I wonder if this is him pressuring Audra to do something drastic. The second week, May 12th through 16th, has Kyle plotting his next move against Victor. Kyle's ranting about what Victor has done to his dad, Jack. They already know about the Jabot spy, so I just wonder if Kyle and Jack are going to decide to go on the offensive instead of always playing defense where this sabotage is concerned. Kyle isn't going to sit back and let Victor target Jabot and sabotage his relationship with Claire. And I wonder if Jack's going to tell Kyle they may have a secret ally in Michael, and Kyle may or may not take his frustrations to Claire because he may not want to risk her walking away. Chelsea and Adam continue to face challenges at the office, and Claire is left reeling after Nikki's reality check, and she may realize there's no way she can have Kyle in her life and Victor in her life at the same time, which would force Claire into a position of having to choose. She's always wanted family, and both of them offer it. With Kyle, she's got Harrison, kind of an insta kid that she loves. The Abbotts are very loving towards her and accepting, but then her mom's family is all Newmans, kind of a Sophie's choice. Lily gets to meet with Dumas soon. We're so close to seeing who's the mystery man. We did a video a week ago wondering if he might be Brooks Prentice, secretly plotting against Victor. And of course, Phyllis is on the warpath and continuing her spiral.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.